The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Anil Show.
So a lot of people have the belief that, the idea here is for O'Neill to advocate for Amber to stay with Anthony. That is not my position. My position is that Amber needs to do what she thinks is in her best interest, but do it honestly and not do it dishonestly and then gaslight the audience or gaslight the other characters basically into thinking that we're supposed to be okay with that. That's the point. Let's jump into this and let's see if you have an honest conversation. Let's go.
You talk about why? Why I'm doing all this? Why I want a divorce? You want to know what I want to know?
So hold on. I think that he's asking, why are you cheating? Why are you doing the cheating portion? The divorce piece can stay, because if you want a divorce, it makes sense. Amber wanting a divorce makes sense. It's fine. Me get it. I'm with you. Amberites, Amber fans, when I say Amber wants a divorce, I get you. It works. Hey, you done these things and you can't manage it. I get it. The question is, why are you cheating on top of wanting a divorce? That's the question. Maybe she can answer it.
Why now? Huh? After all this time, you took it in your hands to stay with me. After you found out about Wayne, you still stayed, Anthony. Huh? But you stayed just to, what? Mortify me? Make a fool out of me? To have a baby by my best friend?
All right, so a lot to unpack in this. So makes sense. So why him stay after all of the divorce thing? Makes sense. That's a good question to ask, because the truth of the matter is anyone else would have been gone long ago. They would have been gone because they'd have said, well, hey, I cannot manage this. Why stay? So he's stayed, right? He's gotten more of a tyrant. So then I'm asking the question, does that justify what's happening now then? In other words, is that what we're using to justify what's going on now? That is my question to the Amber fans out there. When it comes to Shayla and the baby, having the baby with Shayla, let's forget that Anthony's idea was to play around with Shayla and not to have a baby. Let's also remember and not forget that Anthony actually tried to throw away said baby, but Shayla decided to keep said baby. Those are pieces of the puzzle that Amber is not yet aware of, or that maybe some of our audience has forgotten. Anyways, I'm just making sure that all of the pieces are in there, because if we're going to argue from every point, not from one viewpoint.
To just see right through me? So why now, Aunt? Huh? Why do you want to stay in this marriage now? Why do you finally see that you want to be married? That I'm a wife now? Why now, Aunt?
Sometimes when you go through something, it makes you see.
Please, can you for once answer with your heart and not with your mind? Can you answer not saying what you think I want to hear? Why?
That's a very good statement. Don't say what you think you want to hear. Say what needs to be said. Get into the meat of the matter. I can appreciate that statement from Amber. I can appreciate that. Say it with your chest. Say exactly what you're thinking with your chest. Okay.
You don't even know why. You don't even know. You can't even answer that question. But you know what? I know why, Aunt. I know why. It's because you can't control me. You can't control the situation. See, I know you. As soon as you regain that control, You back to the same old end. You back to the non-supportive, cheating, lying husband. That's what you are.
Okay, so let's just say that, all right, she's right, and we're going to score her on, all right, so he's back to the cheating, lying husband. Okay, so then does it mean then that as soon as Anthony does his thing, she's back to the same cheating, lying Amber? That are my flip question now. Amber fans, I'm saying again, the reason why your girl is in this issue is because she has cheated. That is exactly why we are asked the question now with this, because every question she asks, we have to ask her, why is it that you decided to cross the line? What makes you thinking if you cross the line? Amber could have done every single solitary thing without the cheating. She could have done everything that she's doing right now without the cheating. She never needed to cheat to do everything that she's doing right now. She could have decided to not talk to Aunt just the same. She could have decided to move to the next room by herself to the same. She could have decided to do every single thing without cheating. And if your answer is no, only she couldn't, then what you're telling me is then that you have to cheat to do certain things. Which again gives Anthony the right to cheat. This is why I don't play the cheating game, because once you start playing it on one side, you will have to balance it on the next side of the equation. So what I'm hearing from Amber as well is she don't know why either she's doing what she's doing. She just come out here so basically to get the last word. This is more of just a last word kind of idea. Hey, I'm going to play hits and bolts and hits and, that is last word. I know, I know. She may be right that, him can't control her, and we can say that. It's clear, it's evident that when Anthony loses, it's evident. You know him, it's evident. That's why our question is, what you need the cheating for? Like, you could have won anyways. Why? You could have won anyways. You won it. But no, what's going on now is that the cheating and the guilt from the cheating is eating Amber so much alive that she don't even know how to attack it, because every time she attack it, anything she's saying is basically a reflection of what she's seeing in the mirror.
That's how you always have been. You can say what you want to say about me and Wayne. You didn't know about us before you started messing with Shayla, now did you?
Let's just say I give her the right. Okay, so am I supposed to be okay with her cheating with Wayne before the wedding? I just don't know. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up as to what am I supposed to? Am I supposed to celebrate that? Amber fans out there, am I supposed to celebrate that Amber cheated before the wedding? I want to know that. Am I supposed to celebrate? I want to understand what is the mic drop, because there is no mic drop at this point. A while ago, I did a poll, and the poll asked the question as to, does any one of them know why, whatever, who which one of them more wrong in any of the idea? And I said, you know what? I get the answers were both Amber and Anthony. 0% said Amber. In other words, none of this goes on to Amber. This falls squarely on Anthony's shoulders. In other words, she has been justified. And people talk about whitewashing. People say we're whitewashing Anthony's character. We're saying both, But people will give me, no, it's more Anthony. They'll give me Anthony every day of the week. And Amber gets to get away scotch-free. That is exactly why you have creators like me who will review this and look at it and try to square it from both sides. Because I see what's going on. What's going on is people trying to say them can, whitewash themselves because the woman is cheating, and them trying to say them can justify the cheating. You can't justify cheating. That's the point of the matter right now. If this coming that you come right here so is weak, because if you're going come honestly. But maybe they're going to put that in the next scene. Give me a take, like, share, comment, subscribe, and talk to y'all soon.